Now it's official. We're on the air.
Oh,
So, in case, don't say anything you don't want to regret later.
hello, America.
So, man, let me close my door here. Wait, give me. All my dogs are barking right now. Uh, Thank you, boo. Got got my tree juice here.
Tree juice. What's that about?
It's coffee.
Coffee. Oh yeah.
My
I would
or
like.
my go juice. Cause you know, I didn't want to put you up early in the morning. I figured I'd do it since it's my podcast.
What time is it over there now?
It's 9 minutes to 7
Oh shit.
a.m.
Hardcore.
That's right. We get it done over here.
I appreciate that. Thank
Yeah,
you.
man. So big week ahead of you.
Yeah.
Got the. Is it your first Maryland Death Fest?
It is. It is basically Mork's first time on the East Coast.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So
But
if anyone has not caught on, this is Thomas Eriksen from Mork,
yeah.
Halden's true black metal, the only true Halden black metal that there is.
As far as I know.
As far as far as I've seen, I was. We'll talk about that. Uh, but you also have another project that you just released not too long ago. Back in was it March
Yeah. Yes.
for UDAD?
UDOD.
UDAD, yeah.
UDOD. Yeah, that's right.
So let's talk about that. That's fairly recent, and I know a little bit about it since talking with you at your home. Uh, but the rest of the people, I don't know if they've heard like what went into that project. That's a very personal project for you, obviously. Um, what what was the origin of that project?
Well, basically, it's something that's been sticking with me ever since I discovered black metal. I suppose when I discovered like the Burzum and Darkthrone stuff back in the day, it was like the sound and the vibe that caught me. The necro thing, the lo-fi, and since Mork started off as a lo-fi project too, uh, and back when I started Mork, it was like a side thing. Mork was a side project I was dabbling with on the side. It's almost in secrecy.
Yeah,
But after a while, it became more serious for me, the Mork stuff, and then I wasn't allowing myself to keep back anymore, like inspirational wise. I didn't want to just keep making the same lo-fi album simplicity thing all over, year after year. So I let myself go more, and Mork has now evolved into being way more than just a primitive black metal project.
yeah.
And now I'm pushing almost album 7 when it comes to Mork, and then I still have that necro vibe within me. I still love that stuff, that vibe, that atmosphere. So Udod is basically me just letting that shit out, and having an outlet for that as well. So now I have two things. I have yin and yang. I have Mork and Udod. Mork, which is progressing each year, and Udod, which is basically degressing each year. I would say then.
Getting more and more primal with each take, huh? With
Yeah,
each riff.
I haven't actually started working on the next Udod yet, so who knows how it will turn out. But I in my mind, I am kind of I am certain that it will be primal and primitive, just like the first one. Maybe a different direction, I don't know, but it will not be fancy in any way.
Not be fancy. Uh, yeah, because you take it to a very personal place. You could tell as far as the vocals are concerned. I mean, you're belting out your vocal cords are just belting out some of the what it seems like the most horrific shit one could say on record. And I have no clue what's going on with it because it's all in Norwegian. But you could just feel it. You could just feel like something's very personal, just to put it lightly.
Yeah, when stuff is as simple as that, then it's important that it is real, and that it's heartfelt. And that is precisely what it is. I was just like figuring out what kind of vocals would fit for Udod, and I didn't just want to repeat the Mork stuff. I didn't want to do the same. I have a comfort zone over there, with my grim vocals, my own style, but I didn't want to do that in two projects. So I had to just fuck around a bit in the studio, and try out stuff. And I was listening back, and I was like not really hitting the spot, And
Uh-huh.
but I ended up on this final thing where I was like just standing and belting out that harsh shouting thing. I was really draining my energy on doing that. It hurt my vocal cords.
Yeah.
Probably a stupid technique for a vocalist, but luckily it's only for the short time while recording the album. I
Yeah.
don't have any plans to do this live. So then it's okay to kind of push oneself like that, I suppose, on the album.
Yeah. What kind of preparation you would go through as far as getting? I mean, or if it was just like you were feeling something in the moment, and you like just you're like, I got this feeling, just something that's gotta be let out, and you just hit the record button, like, or was it something more involved, like listening to something, and then you it strikes an idea, I guess, and then you like immediately start recording.
Are you talking about the vocals still, or the music?
Yes.
The
Yes.
vocals. No, that was just how I was just thinking. How can I express myself in the most primal and hurtful way? And that would be some terrible screaming thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty primal. And I'm not a fan, but I do like some of the depressive, suicidal black metal stuff out there, And a typical sound in that camp is vocals that's buried way back, in some reverb shit.
Uh-huh.
It's far back there. You can only hear the vocals reverberate, And I'm kind of fond of that sound, but I didn't want to use that sound specifically for this because I don't want to pinpoint this being that genre, if you know what I mean.
Right.
But some of the inspiration came from that to just have it, really primal and aggressive and hurtful in the background. And I didn't want to have it all up front either because we tried that for one mix. Actually, I did actually put the vocals all dry up in your face, just like if you, I suppose you heard the Panzerfaust album by Dark Throne.
Yeah, yeah, that's one of my
Yeah,
favorites, actually.
that's probably Ted's or Nocturnal Culto's most primitive and painful shouting he's
Oh,
ever.
absolutely. I
Yeah, and
agree with that.
we were like working towards something like that with the same vocal technique I've been using now, but I didn't like the way it sounded, so I kind of pulled it back in again and showered some reverb on it, And I think I hit the spot now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just going back to, Ted's vocal performance on that album, it sounded like somebody was trapped, not necessarily in a box or anything, but, like, just trapped inside a house, and he was like, "Get me the fuck out of here, I'm gonna burn the fucking house down."
Fenris said so in they did this or Fenris did this commentary track on that album, and I listened
Yeah,
to it when it came out, and they said that they recorded this in his boyhood room, I think, in his parents' house,
yeah.
Fenris's house, and he was like leaving the room, maybe in a different floor in the house, and the house was shaking when Ted was doing that stuff. So it was probably pretty harsh.
Yeah, it's a far cry than what they're putting out, what they just recently put out.
Yeah,
Uh, you know, like, there's it's like their last three albums, man, have just been pretty tame on the vocals. They put some effects on it, and kind of sprinkled some reverb and some delay on Ted's vocals, but you know, it's still Ted.
Yeah, it is, and they do precisely what they want to do, and
I love that.
that's the way to go.
Yeah,
If they want to be late 70s or whatever heavy metal they are trying to be now, more power to them.
yeah. They can give two shits, and we
Yeah,
talk about that. We talk about them every time we get together. It
yeah.
seems, and but yeah, they just, as long as they're piloting their own ship, I mean, they can do no wrong in my
Yeah,
opinion.
they are good role models to artists like oneself, because
Oh
they
yeah,
they show you they don't give a fuck. Just do what you want to do, and I think that's a really, really big point they are making.
absolutely. And doing the things that you do, on a more individual level that you do, because pretty much, we talked about this before, and everyone knows that follows you. You do everything yourself. As far as all the instrumentation, the lyrical writing, everything. It all stops and starts with you. Being that said, as far as the studio is concerned, I mean, do you have like at least total control when you're in the studio? Like, I guess mixing and mastering with that's being contracted out.
Regarding Mork, I have since album number 3, I have been using a different studio for mixing.
Okay,
I do obviously stand there when it's being mixed and put
right.
my feelings into it, but I trust somebody else to do the levels and the shit correctly, because I don't feel too comfortable when it's supposed to be so important. I think to me, Mork is such an important thing that the final result should be through some sort of quality check or quality control.
Control. Yeah, yeah.
But regarding UDAD, we are back to the way Mork started with the demo and the Isebaki album and the Volume in the Skygge, the second album. It's stuff that I've been mixing myself because this is it's kind of lo-fi stuff. It's it's not important to sound in a particular way. You're talking frequencies and stuff like that. As long as it doesn't hurt your ears, then it's okay. And so I think I will continue to do udod on my own,
Yeah.
uh, as long as it's such a primitive thing.
Yeah, it just seems, more fitting because you know the direction you wanna handle things as
Yeah.
far as both projects, really. I mean, but Uda just seems, again, a lot more personal than, it sounds like you're coming from a different place, that's, vocally, instrumentation, like musically, you definitely sound you come from a different place.
Yeah, both bands or projects are equal as personal, but I don't think I think everybody carries different demons within themselves. You have many facets to your being and your personality.
Yeah. Uh, how has the reception, been so far with Udad? In Norway, like, people tell you it's great, best thing, or they're like, oh, it's Thomas.
I don't really know because it hasn't been much response, to be honest. There's
Really?
been some here and there, but I haven't really been looking for it either, though.
Uh huh.
But the few people I have talked to who has approached me after listening to it, they think it's cool. They
Oh yeah, yeah,
they love the grim atmosphere and stuff, and that's precisely what I was after too.
yeah. I mean, once you told me about it and you shared that little snippet with me a year back, I was like, oh man, and like, this is just the rough cut demo stuff of it. It's gonna be fucking spot on, and
Yeah,
it is, and I jammed your record when I got back from Oslo to Houston International Airport, and that was a good 4 hour drive back to Lafayette where I live, and I jammed that record the entire time. It was just fucking addictive for
Thank
me.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
Appreciate that. And I am extremely pleased with it too. I'm really proud of it. So that's also my goals each time I make music. It is to please myself, and tickle and scratch those spots within me, that needs scratching, and I did that this time around too. So
Yeah.
the album is out there. If people want to find it, they will find it, and if you
Oh yeah.
don't care about it, then that's cool too.
Yeah. So any additional projects on the horizon for you? Like as
Uh,
far as being a guest vocalist or guest musician?
no, nothing that comes to mind. I think I struggle with working together with people after doing this for so long. I've been Mork has been around for 20 years now, and
It doesn't seem that long. It's crazy.
yeah, no, because the first album is like 10 years ago, but the project has been going for 20 years. But and I'm an only child, and I think I have a hard time to maybe you know work together with other artists. I don't know.
Mhm.
I should probably try it out more just to prove myself. That hey Thomas, you can actually do this. But it needs to be something interesting.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
see what comes up.
yeah. I got a few riffs in the works. Maybe we're gonna send you and see how you work well with me.
Yeah, man. I would destroy that shit.
That's what I'm talking about. No, no, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. Just let me do it. God damn it. So yeah, we alluded to it at the beginning of the recording, but you're gonna be it's your first time on the East Coast of the states. What you looking forward to doing first?
Touching down with the airplane.
That's what I figured that was gonna be the most obvious answer, but yeah, yeah. Aside from all safety, uh, yeah, like what you got some interest in doing?
No, yeah, I don't know. I think we are touching down in Washington D.C. at early evening on the Friday, perhaps,
Uh huh.
and then I don't know if it's like an hour drive or something to Baltimore. I'm not sure, but probably I would always love to go out and check stuff out, and
Yeah.
we do have the evening off, so I suppose we will go out and check out the local area.
Yeah.
This is like smack dab in the middle of Baltimore too, as I've been checking out the hotels and venue locations, and everything is like walking distance, which is also quite nice. And I think, if I'm not wrong, I think we are actually headlining on the Saturday.
Yeah, you are. Check
Yeah,
that out. Yeah.
and that's a nice touch, obviously being first time there and stuff. But because of that, we are then allowed proper sound check and stuff,
Yeah.
early in the day and stuff. And so that will probably eat a big chunk out of our day there, the sound checking and all that stuff. But as soon as I have time off, I want to go out and check stuff out, man.
Oh yeah.
I will probably meet up with you, and I know a couple other fellows who will be there. So I think it will be nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be great, man. I couldn't help but check out the lineup. When it was announced, and I mean there are a bunch of Norwegian acts coming to the states, and I'm really excited about it. I mean, 1349, yourself with Mark, Au Noir. Um, that those are the big names that popped out to me, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's insane. You could call it, Norwegian Fest or something.
Yes, you really can. I mean, with the amount of you know the Norwegian All Stars that have gone out there, it's like, fuck.
I'm looking it up the poster now if I can find it here. Let's see, where is it now? Hang
And
on, is this a updated one? Perhaps not. Abbat,
Abat, I forgot about Abat.
Arcturus is coming.
Holy shit.
1349, Aura Noir. Uh, there's plenty, and that's a really cool. I like that because I understood that there's not a lot of festivals in the US, so
There's not.
it's really cool that Ryan, who is the organizer here, actually gives a lot of love to the Norwegian and Scandinavian stuff, and gives us a platform over there, which we really appreciate. Obviously, I just wish that we could have done more gigs while there.
Yeah.
We have the visas, everything is in order. So it would be nice to do a larger tour or something. But
Yeah, if you could have got, like, a couple of dates in, like like 1349, I mean, I'm sure, like, because
they have a small tour going
they have
on
a
now.
small tour in the States
I
as
know.
well. I saw.
Yeah. I would love to do stuff like that, but hopefully in the future, we are always ready to come over, even though there's a lot of fucking hassle with US embassies and paperwork and interviews, and it's not easy, I tell you, and it's costly too.
Yeah.
It's not
It's a lot of cost just to wait around, right?
you can't just travel to the US and play a show. You
Yep.
have to have an artist working visa, and luckily we are sorted people. We work with sorted people, and we are honest, so we will do that hassle and that obstacle course, just to jump the hoops to get over to you guys,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we will do that next time too.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, the fucking the headlining spot is fucking awesome, dude. Because I mean, uh, when I found out, oh, um, I was like, how am I gonna get there? First and foremost, in a week's time, because I only planned for going to Milwaukee Metal Fest that was just happened last weekend,
Yeah,
and so I said, but I'm gonna make it happen. My boy's going, gotta make it happen.
you should, man, or else. Yeah, damn.
So what you been listening to lately? What's been keeping your piquing your interest?
Oh fuck! I hate those questions, man. I don't listen to anything. You know me now. What have I been listening to lately? I listened to a lot of fucking Credence this
I
last week.
noticed that. I
Yeah,
love that.
we went to this. My fiance's family has this beautiful, secluded house in the Swedish coast side in the forest there. Really back to the easier times. Not a lot of electricity, not primitive stuff, and we had this perfect weather this weekend, and they
Saw
fired up
that.
an old fucking tractor with like with a trailer behind it.
Uh-huh.
The trailer was filled with like mattresses and pillows and shit, and a lot of beer. And we just a bunch
Ah,
of us jumped in the trailer, and the tractor drove, through the countryside down to the
hell
coast.
yeah.
And it was beautiful, man. We were just pushing Credence and fucking, just the
Fucking
way it
just
should be.
hell yeah, just living your best lives, man. On the
Proper
coast.
hillbilly stuff going on there. That's how I relax.
Hey man, I love it. That's awesome. So I've always while you're there though on Saturday, before obviously before you play, are there any particular acts that caught your eye on the Maryland Death Fest lineup?
I haven't really paid attention to it. I need
Uh-huh.
to check it out here.
'Cause
I haven't
too you're
really.
too you're too busy, hay riding in the countryside.
Yeah, I am, and I'm too busy just exploring while there, I suppose. I didn't really decide to see any show, to be honest.
Yeah,
But probably some of the other guys want to see stuff. I know that Forbidden is an old school thing,
that's what I was looking at too.
Forbidden, I suppose our sound guy want to see them.
I'm really curious about Impure.
Let's see here, Impure. That's the same stage as us. That, yeah,
Yep. Yep.
yeah. I don't know, man. If I will stumble into a gig, then so be it, But I haven't planned anything.
I never I never heard of this band, Sissy Spacek. They got some wild names for bands these days. Weekend Nachos.
Has to be American, right?
It's gotta be American. Gotta be American. Oh, shit. So, any family coming with you to the States?
Only my fiance.
Oh, she's coming?
Yeah,
Great.
she's coming. She's working.
That's awesome. Just that way I can have someone responsible for whatever I bring. I can't say what.
Yeah, that's good. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Keep it in the family. I enjoy. It's a nice touch that she actually comes with me and helps out, and I appreciate that too.
The festival has their own people to do merch and all that stuff, right? It's like you don't have to have anyone back there doing it for you.
No, I know this. I read through the sheets we were given about the festival, and they have their own people who can sell for you. But
Uh-huh.
if a band want to provide a seller for themselves, they are allowed that too, with a
Oh, great.
power outlet and a place to hang stuff. So that's a neat little detail. If a small band wants to do it themselves without losing the percentage, they can do so.
Shit, yeah.
But we will probably just leave it with the festival people.
All right.
Yeah,
Cool. Uh, I'm we touched on so many things since we've been knowing each other, but I'm just trying to keep the content rolling for the my podcasting audience
yeah,
if there is one. But you know, you were so gracious, I'm going to thank you again and again, and I'm going to thank Ida again as far as like bringing me out to your hometown in Halden and seeing everything. That was just a truly surreal experience from where we started out on an Instagram exchange, a couple years back.
yeah,
So thanks again for that. Uh, that being said, like as far as Halden's concerned, I mean, is you just walk into the woods or something and just constantly grabbing inspiration from where you're at just to make I just like went all the way around the point uh for this question. You you have so much scenery out there
yeah.
to just inspire you, and it just seems like that particular place is never short of inspiration. Am I wrong on saying that?
No, I think you can find. I guess you're talking about the forests and stuff now, and the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
vegetation. And over here in Halden, or as the county is called, or this not a state but a county, a bit smaller state kind of thing, is called Østfold. And this is the part of Norway that is flat.
Hmm.
Not no mountains and stuff. You don't
Yeah,
see snowy peaks down here. But you have all the vast forests. Which has always been my inspiration. For black metal. The
yeah,
primitive, grinding, dirty stuff. That's always been the forest for me. Obviously, mountains is majestic and beautiful too. But I didn't grow up among them.
yeah,
So yeah, you don't have to walk or drive far at all to be able to walk, a path in the woods here. And
hmm,
if you want to just disconnect for a while and walk around in there, you are able to.
yeah.
It's
That's easily I mean, you know y- there's easily that where you show me where you grew up as a child in that East Baque is
yes,
that, yeah, all that area just look like you can just wander off. Granted, you know where you at. You
yeah.
just wander off in those and just hike around and be like, just let it soak in. That's something I can get down with if
And
I
next,
ever if I live there. That's for sure.
next time you get over here, I will show you wooden parts that's even closer than that. These
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah. It's basically walking distance from where I live now, and that is it's a nice touch. I should do it more often.
Oh, yeah. So I had to look up have you on social media now, of course, and which is fucking great in itself. And I saw Thomas versus like on Snap. You showed me that your allergic reaction. I was like, man, how is that doing?
How is it doing? To
That
the
looked
it's just a bunch of cuts now, bunch of
man.
cuts.
Now
But
I looked at the translation of that word. Were you just gardening?
yeah, I was basically stupid ass that I am. I was like wearing only shorts, and nothing on my upper body, and I was like leaning into these hedges and cutting, tops and stuff like that. And I googled the hedges, the type of hedge after the fact, and it turns out they're quite poisonous.
Like some poison ivy or oak or something like that.
It's called tuya. I don't know what it's called in the U.S.
Okay.
They grow really fast and work really well as blocking sight and view. Big
Oh yeah,
wall hedges. And I
yeah.
was like leaning into that stuff and getting cut, every second. And after when I was finished with the cutting, I was like just rubbing my arm like this, and I was like feeling, oh, this like bumpy. I don't know what's going on here. And all the cuts was like little small blisters and shit.
Yeah, yeah. It was really
Really,
red, man.
it was no good, man. So, but luckily I used my head and I jumped in the shower and washed off really quickly with soap and shit, and I popped like a allergy pill.
Yeah.
I think I'm good, man. It just looks like I'm like I don't know, been fighting with a cat or something. Thank you for your concern, by the
I
way.
was concerned, man. I was like, dude, I was like, hope he doesn't, the face swells up and all that. And oh man, that'd have been bad news. Like, dude, but that'd have been some true shit though. Can you imagine your head just fucking inflated right before you go hit the stage and you got your corpse paint?
It's not a Swedish meatball, but a Norwegian meatball coming to the Maryland Death Fest.
Absolutely.
Those scabs are good, man. Scabs are good.
That's right. That's right.
They're fucking true.
Absolutely true. I mean, it isn't getting truer than fucking gardening, man. In the night, fuck.
Oh, that's hardcore.
Shit, yeah. Shit, yes. So Friday, man, damn. I wish I can. I should have got me, but I got no. Yeah, my logistics for this trip is like kind of like non-existent. That's for I got my flight. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So like once I touch down there, it's on.
When will you be there?
Saturday. I fly out Saturday morning, but I get there plenty of time before y'all play.
Yeah, good. We should hook up after sound check, most likely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to it like a lot.
Yeah, me
uh,
too. It's 5 years in the making. 5 years ago, we played 3 shows on the West Coast, and
yeah,
5 years, that's like half a decade, man.
it really is, man.
It's a long time, but it doesn't really feel that way because we've been busy and doing stuff, ever since. But 5 years since we went to the US, and that's too long,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Uh, excuse me. Oof, coffee's kicking it in hard. Uh, oh yeah, but what you got planned after the festival here in the States? Y'all got any more touring in Europe going on or elsewhere?
Let me pull up the list here. It is. Let's see. We are. Let's see now. Where are we? Yeah, we are. We are playing at the Mystic Festival in Poland, in what was once called Danzig.
Oh
Uh,
wow,
that will be nice. A great spot there as well, actually, and a big festival. And we're playing the Hellfest open air in Clisson in France.
damn.
And there's supposed to be some more stuff. There's a little tour that hasn't been announced yet, and we are playing the Kaltenbach open air in Austria, and we are playing Royal Metal Fest in Denmark, and a small festival here in Norway in September. And stuff is coming along, and
Yeah, it seems like it.
there's still stuff that's not announced yet. So, but we
Wow.
are excited to we are ready to announce it pretty soon,
Yeah,
hopefully.
it just sounds like this is going to be another busy year for you and Mark. That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah, no, and there's always new music in the loop too, So
Yeah.
probably will hit pretty soon, hopefully.
Well, like I always tell you, if you need a guitar tech or like a roadie for any long standing not North American, yeah, North American too, but European tour, I'm your guy. I got
Yeah,
you.
I will probably give you a call because text is always welcome.
That's what I'm talking about.
We do need help. That's just
Yeah.
how it is.
All you gotta do is give me a place to stay and feed me. Simple as that.
Sounds
Won't
good.
even char- won't even charge you a huge day rate, bro. That's friend prices, just between me and you. Don't
I
tell
could
anybody.
I could charge you a big rate to join us. You're allowed to hang out and stuff. That's like
That's
a,
right.
a
That's
big
right.
long meet and greet thing.
You're right, man. Dude, I'm really stoked that y'all coming down to the states, but they'll find like for real, and hopefully, man, like there's gonna be so many people at this festival, and just how important is networking for you as an artist when you go to one of these things?
Oh, it's earlier years. It was really important. That was like the only thing I was thinking about. Basically, just trying to network and meet people, and try to expand this thing. But over the years, I have become a bit more, resigned. I suppose a bit more to myself and stuff. So it's not that much going on anymore. But if the situation is right, and if you get into talking with somebody and it's natural, then that's just how it is.
Yeah,
But I'm not actively seeking that stuff out. It has slowed down a whole bit the last years.
yeah, because like you said, this project's been 20 years, and you're at that point now in your career where, I mean, you're under the Peaceville label, and that being said, like you said before, you're an honest person. You're all sorted. You deal with sorted people, and you have that reliability on your name. So
Yeah,
you're gonna play where you're supposed to is my point, and everyone that books you knows that Mark's gonna fucking deliver, and you
yeah,
do.
that is what we are out for, obviously. And
Mhm.
I think most bands out there wants to be professional like that. But we are living. What is it? What's the name? Calling card? No. When you leave behind, your
Your calling
information.
card.
It is a
Yeah,
calling card.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
we leave behind our calling card, and we have to, you know, prove to the promoters that it's worth booking us. And
yeah,
there will be no bullshit because we. I know that the organizers are losing money if something ends up being fucked up. And that's that's not good for anyone.
yeah, yeah. Nobody wants to lose money. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Not I mean, because by and large, the music industry, it's just not where it was, you know, prior to. I mean, take your pick. Prior to COVID, prior to fucking Napster, prior to you know streaming, all that shit.
yeah, no,
So it's like everyone has to pinch pennies and make sure everything's accounted for. That's for sure.
it's a sad state. I'm sorry to say. It's
Oh yeah,
it's really shitty. But at the same time, I feel pretty lucky, that we've been able to do all the stuff that we've been doing the last 10 years. And don't take that stuff for granted either. There's
yeah,
many bands who wish they could do that stuff, but are not able to. So fingers crossed that we will continue this battle.
yeah. And it just seems like like with every social media post that you post up, like as far as your the the live performances. I mean, the crowds are getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
It's like if anything, it's like your calling card has some staying power. Like people are going, like they're hearing about Mork, they're hearing about what y'all do on the stage, and they flock into it, which is awesome. It's just as a fan and as a friend, I love seeing that for you.
Yeah, it's not something we take for granted. I never know if a room will be half full, empty, or full. That's something we really don't have any control over. So we just do what we do, and hopefully the fire spreads, and that's the way it is.
Yeah, I think it's you're as far as I don't know which wave of black metal we're on at this point.
Oh, don't even ask. I have no
Yeah,
idea.
yeah, I know, and but it's like bands like yourself are like just kind of leading that charge. Where your predecessors are just kind of like you know either they don't play live or they are just pushing out records, whatever the case may be. It just seems like as far as a live uh, performance, you're taking a charge and just going like, I'm gonna go do this and I'm gonna kick ass,
I
and that's
I see some places on the internet that people are talking about Mork as being, the spearhead of some sorts of maybe a third wave or something. I don't know,
right,
or at least a younger generation of black
right.
metal. And when people are using words like spearhead and pioneers or whatever, that is humbling. That's we've been working. Or I've been working for a long time now, and that is kind of a good pat on the back that feels good. I don't take credit for anything, but if people see it like that, then that's cool, man.
Yeah, because I mean, just there's barely. I mean, I know there's some new acts of Norwegian black metal coming out, but they're lesser known, and I guess I discovered more through accident, just logging on to the Peaceville website, and
Yeah,
I gave and I just I heard snippets of the tracks back then, and I was like, okay, I'm instantly a fan because I just like the way the direction was, and uh, it's like it like kind of throwback, but staying true to yourself. If that makes sense.
yeah, absolutely,
And
absolutely.
and it just seems like that stayed consistent over the years, which just makes me a fan.
Cool. Thank you very much. I don't know. I think it's just important that stick to your guns and do, that I try to make music as honest as possible on every album, and also try to make music that I enjoy myself. If a song sounds shit to me, then I won't use it on the album. So,
Yeah.
and I think that is something that works for every artist. I remember, I don't know if I talked about this with you on the previous podcast, but I read, John Fogerty talking about Creedence Clearwater Revival. John Fogerty, I read his book, and he's an excellent songwriter, as everybody
Oh
knows.
yes.
And he has a great saying that is, he must you must never stop listening to the bell when it rings. And that is, when he's sitting there and writing a riff or a lyric or a melody, and and if a bell rings in your mind that tells you, this is a bit off, maybe not correct, you know always listen to that little intuition that you have, that this feels doesn't feel quite right, and
I know what you're talking about.
yeah, then probably it isn't right either, and just but I think that's just a songwriter intuition anyways.
Oh yeah. Like if something like the guys, like you said, if it doesn't sit well, and if if you, I know for me, if I have it in my head that okay, I did not play that in time, or something is, I could write better than this. Is my point. And if I know if I am just like you know not doing the recording a service, well then I'm ultimately going to be doing a disservice to whoever I go. Hey, you mind checking this out? This 45-second riff that I got,
Mm.
and like, and if they have the same initial reaction like I do, they're like, then well then yeah, something's missing. I gotta go back to the drawing board at that point.
Yeah, and another thing, if you're sitting there for a couple of hours and noodling on the guitar and just coming up with old matter of stuff, then maybe a couple of seconds here and there is genius. Then it's important to remember those parts.
Right.
I,
Right.
I'm sure I have forgotten a lot of. I don't not going to use the word genius about what I'm writing, but good stuff that's probably just disappeared, into the horizon because I'm just noodling. But I have become pretty good at always recording small stuff that I come up with on the phone or whatever, just a little snippet or something. Oh, this sounds cool, and I will record it, and I will just like archive that stuff. And if I one day want to go down in the studio and begin maybe a new track or a new song or whatever, then I can go through the archive and listen to the snippets,
Yeah.
and then find, oh, this riff is cool vibe, but I can begin on something. Maybe it turns out being shit, but sometimes it can be good.
Yeah.
But that's like what can I say? It's exciting to be a songwriter, because you
Yeah.
never know what's cooking.
Speaking of what's cooking, I do the drums or is it the riffs that comes first for you? Because I know you play the drums. Uh, is it like how do you match your tempo whenever you got a good riff? Like,
Uh,
do you start the drums first or
no, it's usually it's always riffs first, always, and then pretty fast or quickly thereafter the drum beat falls into mind. Will it be a double bass thing? Will it be just a simple beat? You know, and I love to play around with drum beats too, because it can change the whole look or sound of the track, and it's just like going to the drawing board or painting or whatever. Everything is available. You
yeah,
just have to pull it out of your head, and paint, create, and it's such a freeing mental state to be in.
hmm
I can't live without it. You know, really
and
can't.
how long you been? Did I ever ask you how long you been playing drums? Did that come after guitar or before?
After started playing guitar in 1997, then started playing in my first band in 1998. And back then, I was, or all of us, we were a trio, and all of us were like 13 years old. And the two other guys, they were cool kids, so obviously they smoked. So and I didn't smoke, I didn't drink or anything until later, And so when they went out to have a smoke, then I would jump behind the drum kit and start playing. And after a couple of years, I think my dad bought himself a drum kit because he was a drummer in the 70s, but he has just put it away. But he's just bought a new kit and started playing a little bit again. And I used that kit a whole lot. And that's basically how I learned to play drums. Just sitting by my father's kit with a headset on and playing, after ACDC stuff, and Maiden stuff, Sabbath stuff, and after a while, I, tried out the twin the double pedal stuff, and now I have a electric kit in my studio here.
Yeah,
I can use on my spare time just to practice and try shit out, And there's a proper drum kit down at the rehearsal place.
yeah.
Uh, but I have a guitar here, many guitars, and a couple of basses. And it's important to keep the tools
Oh
nearby.
yeah. Keep
You
them
know?
handy. That's for sure because you got to strike when the iron's hot. You got a fresh idea. Go with it.
And
Yeah.
and when I first record like a couple of bars of a good riff and maybe some drums on it, and then always super excited to listen back to it and oh, this is cool. Now let's bring out the bass and see what magic we can do here.
Absolutely.
Because each piece is such an important piece of the puzzle.
Oh yeah.
I feel we are romanticizing songwriting now. Full time, man. That's good. Oh shit! But it's the
Yeah.
truth, though.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're definitely you know knee deep and involved with music. I mean, it's your livelihood. I mean, you have no choice but to romanticize it. At this point,
But funny enough, I don't know shit about music theory. You know,
that's crazy to me.
everything is by feel.
Yeah, that because I mean, I thought that every Norwegian was taught theory at a young age, and they just made y'all play instruments, and
We did.
everyone.
They
Yeah,
did.
that's what I'm saying. And but like I would have thought like everyone, including yourself, just knew about music theory from the jump.
No, it's precisely the same as I am bad at maths and everything else. Fucking formulas and shit from school. Never it never took in my head. And the same is with music theory because it's just as boring as math.
Oh yeah, I'll 100% agree with you on that.
Everything is different in practice. It so if you told me to, hey, maybe you should try being a music teacher, no, I couldn't because I don't know shit about what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. It
Yeah.
feels right.
Like, whenever people start like throwing these terms like an A sus chord, I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like I have no clue what that complements as far as chord work,
Yeah.
or string theory.
I
So
know the basic chords and stuff. I
yeah,
know
yeah,
the majors and the minors, but to get a different sounding minor chord or major chord, whatever, I just add a finger here and there. And if
there you
it's
go,
cool, then it's cool. You know,
there you go.
it's the way it is. And if you listen to a Mork album throughout, nothing. I don't think anything sounds retarded on there. I think
Not at all.
most stuff fit together. And that's a feel thing, and that's super important, I think, to be a musician or artist or creator or whatever. You have to have the feel.
Hmm.
Without the feel, that you get no business being there, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, everyone that was that plays that we everyone that made a lasting impact on my ear all say the same thing. Just play with feel. Like I know Chuck from Death did. I mean, obviously, some people like I mean, I know Dream Theater probably uses theory all the time, but I mean, people that could play riffs and play music and just kind of hit. I don't think ACDC new theory. They don't. It doesn't strike me as a type.
I don't think they know theory, and
No,
I don't think Tony Iommi knows theory.
no, absolutely not.
Obviously, there are people out there who know theory too, but
Right.
I think I think if I knew theory, I think that would be a disadvantage, to be honest,
Yeah.
because then I think maybe I would stick within formulas and within frames and within walls. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
I think that's I think it's a good thing not really knowing the boundaries. I think.
Yeah. You, I agree with that, and especially having gone through a couple of instructors myself over the years, as of late, just trying to learn more about guitar and theory.
Yeah.
It being a theory, there's no law to it. I mean, I'm not the first or last person that's ever going to say this, but being as a theory, I mean, you could do whatever the fuck you want as far as music's concerned, and if it sounds like shit, sounds like shit. If it sounds awesome.
Yeah.
But, that's just the way it is.
Yeah. Totally agree.
Yep. So
Natural.
we discussed a little bit about you working on album number 7.
Yep.
When will that see the light of day?
I cannot tell you.
Okay.
It's too early, and yeah, secret stuff.
Gotcha. Uh, this year or next year? How about that?
I am hoping for this year.
Hey, that's a great answer, Vinny. So lately, besides getting yourself struck with some type of allergy
Hmm.
gardening. What's what you been doing? Keeping busy.
Oh man, I have just basically been maintaining my body a bit lately. I've been trying to stay active and running a bit. Just trying to get fit for shows and stuff, and
Yeah.
working in the studio with this and that. Always keeping the mind busy. And now in Norway, the summer is hitting hard. The
Really?
last week or two has been fantastic. It's been,
Yeah, I saw that the sun's out, the guns are out.
yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's like 25 Celsius over here now, and that's
25 Celsius. I want to see the conversion on that.
yeah, do that because the Fahrenheit thing, I'm a bit rusty.
77 degrees Fahrenheit. Are you kidding me right now? That's not hot.
It's not hot.
That's, no,
It's
not at
perfect
all.
Norwegian weather
That
though.
is perfect temperature. If that was in Louisiana, dude, I would never leave my home state. As far as this climate's concerned, I mean, because I bet 77 degrees Fahrenheit in Holden, it's probably have a nice little breeze maybe every now and then. There's no humidity.
Yeah, yeah, no, no, it's okay. It's not much humidity at all, actually.
Yeah, yeah, I've been there.
But you haven't been here during summer.
That's true,
But
but
it's really nice. You have the breezes, and every once in a while, it can be. Everyone is complaining, Well, during winter, oh, it's so cold. Oh, it's too cold. Blah blah. And when the summer comes around, oh, it's too hot. People are idiots. But I have learned to really appreciate the weather up here. And when the May
yeah,
comes around, the end of May, it's fucking perfect up here, man.
I bet it is.
Yeah.
Shit. Do
So
y'all have any like any uh I mean mosquitoes in your forest or in town? I doubt y'all do.
yeah, a lot of bugs.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be damn.
Lot of bugs. Absolutely.
Oh, bro, like the mosquitoes are so bad over here in Louisiana right now in the South because like we get all that moisture from the Gulf of Mexico and
Yeah.
it just brings them in. And man, like your arm, like last summer, I had mosquitoes. I just went running or something like that, and just all this was just swollen. Like it was
Oh.
a bad. So I'm not looking forward to mosquitoes ever.
No, they're not pain in the ass, But that's the one one place in life where you should be smoking because they hate smoke.
It's right. That's right. Oh shit.
No, I want to, a couple of more weeks or a month now with this same weather. Then the bathing temperature will be perfect. You can also take a swim,
Yep.
in a river or in a little water somewhere or in the fjord or whatever. But right now, I would guess it's too cold yet.
Y'all got any vacations planned up in the middle of your
Uh,
touring cycles?
no, not really. But we want to do something. What it will be, I'm not sure yet. I think we will take it a bit on the heel, and a bit spontaneous.
Yeah, yeah.
But we definitely each summer try to do something, and several summers we have just jumped in the car and drove around in Norway, as I told you before, which is like something everyone should try at this one.
Absolutely, I agree with
Just
that.
throw the tent in the back and just live life and see the sceneries. Last year we actually went to Bulgaria for
Yeah.
a beach vacation. That was really nice. We can just relax and lay on the beach and drink cheap beer, and that's
What,
okay too.
was that? Did y'all fly or drive to
No,
Bulgaria?
we flew to
Okay.
Bulgaria. Yeah, we flew to a city called Varna in Bulgaria, and then we drove to a place called Golden Sands, I think it's called, which is like a beach resort kind of place. Just super easy and chill, nothing stressful, just beach, food, beer, and hot temperature.
Yeah, you think the food could have been better with some slap your mama on it?
Yeah, definitely. There was a lot of shitty food going on. And this is actually the Black Sea for those Americans who know what
Yeah,
that is. And
yeah.
while we were there, the war in Ukraine was still going on, obviously, and plenty of bodies and drones and shit to drop into the Black Sea. So you never
Holy
know
shit.
what would come up on shore, but we never saw anything regarding that.
Yeah, I mean that's so freaking alarming though. Like you're that close to fucking Ukraine's, that Soviet invasion
Yeah,
in Bulgaria, man. It's like it just that to me, like when I look at the map and I look how far north, Norway goes, and just how close y'all are to, Russia and all that shit.
yeah.
It's like, man, like it's kind of it not knowing how the situation is going to end or dictate at any moment. It's got to be kind of worrisome.
Now we are
You know?
actually direct connected to Russia
Yeah, yeah,
by land, and but I don't think there's a worry, to be honest.
yeah. I think they know what kind of what kind of shit they like Russia would get into if like they would touch
Yeah, NATO.
anyone
Yeah,
a NATO country exactly.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. No, I'm not worried at all. I think it sucks because I would love to go back to Ukraine.
yeah,
I've been there a couple of times and would like to go back. So I feel for the people there who are struggling with this shit, and it is bullshit, the whole invasion thing. And I also would like to go to Russia, but it's like a no-fly zone there for our planes, I suppose.
yeah, and rightfully so. I mean, you don't want to get caught up in the middle of that shit.
Yeah, no,
If
I, I
if you
think
can avoid it.
I think the only country who flies in and out is Turkey. I think
Yeah,
to Russia, I believe so. I talked about it with some people the other day, and maybe there's a couple of countries, but at least it's Turkey. And many other people are just walking across borders by foot, or whatever. But I would love to go back to Russia. I would love to tour Russia, but probably not anytime soon.
yeah. I don't think we spoke about we this is completely off topic. Uh, excuse me. Bursum. He released a new album, huh?
Yeah, he's released a bunch of single tracks, which I suppose will be an album in the end. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I saw that somebody had shot me an email and said if I saw this at all, and I was like, no, I really haven't. And I know you had mentioned the earlier stuff was you drew from that influence. So
yeah.
I was just curious to hear your opinion on these latest singles if you have one.
Yeah, yeah. I listened through. I think there's like five of them or something out now,
Mhm.
and I listened through all of them at least once. And it's cool and all, but it wasn't anything. It wasn't a wow factor going on for me,
Yeah,
at least.
yeah,
It's like I heard it I kind of heard it before, kind of thing. But obviously, I can give it more shots. I listened to them once, as I told you, and the
yeah,
Bursum you should listen to several times over.
yeah.
And
One thing I have noticed about you and I that we're kind of cut from the same cloth as far as like we don't get impressed that easily.
no, yeah, I can be easily impressed by all means if some melody or some riff is like standing out like this and hits me in the face. Yeah, of course I can be impressed. In a short while, but I don't know. Like I told you many times, I don't really pay attention to other music either. So, but when
Yeah,
when the Bursum stuff came up now, then obviously I had to check it out. But the funny thing is that if you go to Spotify, you can't find it under Bursum.
nope.
It's a different artist profile called Bursum New,
Oh.
which I think is a bit odd. Doesn't he have any control over his previous record deals, or what is going on? Because obviously someone is distributing to Spotify the earlier albums,
Right.
and now he just made a new artist profile. I think that's a bit strange, but I suppose there's a reasoning behind it all. But God knows.
Yeah. I mean, Don't tell him with that character.
Oh, no, no. There's the I don't get surprised anymore. You know.
No, 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 not at all. So, I'm just excited, man. Like we're both gonna be going to Baltimore. It'll be my first time in Baltimore, actually, myself. So,
Okay.
uh, yeah, we need to go and check out their local restaurants, man, and see what they got to offer.
Yeah, I at least need to get myself a Twinkie. I never had a Twinkie in my life, and
Are you serious right now?
yeah, I've been that the Twinkie has been sticking in my mind ever since I saw that Zombieland movie with Woody Harrelson. You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I want to taste a fucking Twinkie. So now this time around, I will taste a Twinkie.
Well, you know, I'll definitely keep that in mind.
That would be fun, you know. And our manager has been there several times. You know, his bands has been playing in Maryland for years, and he told us that it's a really short distance down to some sort of dock area,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is supposedly a pretty nice touristy place with shops and everything. So I suppose we will have a look at that. You know.
yeah. I mean, you definitely have to. Take a gander at like everything that you don't normally have in Holden.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
My fiance is super excited about going over there because she is really into different kind of food and treats and snacks and stuff. And obviously, America has its own everything. You know,
Oh yeah.
we have we usually shop our food in Sweden and quite a big grocery store, and they have like this foreign section, with American treats and stuff, and it's exciting stuff, man. Probably not that healthy, I
It's
would
not.
guess. But every once in a while, you should allow yourself a treat of some sort.
Right, it's those little cinnamon roll bites that came from Sweden that Kate had in the hotel room. I forgot what they were called, but they were so fucking good and healthy. I couldn't believe it.
That was gifflar, I think.
Yes, yes, that's it.
Yeah, that's a Swedish thing, and I've been eating a lot of those with my coffee. But as we talked about the other day with dirty fries, and not dirty fries because that has actually come over here. We do have dirty fries now at the junk shops,
Or
but
like whenever you like load fries down with
loaded fries,
cheese.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
now, but I heard about this dirty rice or whatever it was. I
yeah,
asked you that,
yeah.
and it sounds like some tasty stuff right there, man.
Oh man, look, if you ever come to Louisiana, like no shit, my my godmother and my mom, they're sisters, okay? They make the best. We call it rice dressing or dirty rice
Yeah,
over here. And mom makes the rice dressing and like I have to steal her get her recipe and start making it myself because it's so fucking good. Like I've been to restaurants that serve Cajun food and no one does it better. I just grew up on my mom's rice dressing, dude. It's fucking
I
awesome.
want to taste that stuff. I
Oh, it's
really
so
do. Expose the heart for some fats and shit.
good. Not too much. Not too much.
But
But
the good stuff is not good for you. That's just how it is. So
that's just yeah. Yeah.
that's life.
Hell yeah, man. So y'all prepare for the Norwegian takeover. Y'all flying in on Friday. Um that's gonna be like a good what 11, 12 hour flight for y'all?
Yeah, I suppose something like that. It's obviously shorter than flying to the west coast. Uh,
Yeah.
so I don't know, maybe about 10 hours or something. I'm not really sure actually.
Hmm.
I suppose we do a transfer in Paris or whatever. Usually there's one transfer. I
Yeah.
don't think there's a direct flight from Oslo to Washington. I'm not sure.
Um no, because I flew from Dulles, Washington or DC and I flew into Frankfurt, Germany.
Yeah, yeah.
Then from Germany to Oslo.
The typical ones is Frankfurt, Munich, Paris, and Schiphol in Amsterdam. Those are typical. And when we went to play in Romania this earlier this year, we changed flights in Zurich, actually, in Switzerland.
Oh wow.
That's also a place I would like to visit, Zurich, to play there once. That would be nice.
I hear that's a very expensive place to visit.
Yeah, I do too. So hopefully it will be a short stay.
Here they got some wonderful Swiss chocolate and cheeses and all that good stuff.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
but
fucking pretzels and
a
everything.
little expensive.
You
I,
need to
I
live
was
with it.
I was looking at like different places where expatriates like that are moving to, and like bottom of the list was Switzerland because of just how expensive it is.
But
Like,
it is kind of a tax haven, though, I suppose.
yeah,
I think so. I don't think you have to pay taxes there, or am I maybe misinformed? I'm not sure.
I know they will protect the fuck out of your finances and like from governments. I know that much.
Yeah, that's a,
So
that's a
maybe
good.
something to it. So man, I really appreciate you doing the podcast one more time. It's always good talking to my good friend here, and uh, looking forward to the show, man. Looking forward to Maryland Death Fest, seeing you perform in the States for the first time
Yeah,
for me.
fuck yeah, man. Yeah, man. And I don't know if will this episode be out before Maryland?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna process everything like as soon as I hit the record button, stop. I'm gonna put it out.
Yeah, then I would like to do a shout out to
Do some shout outs, man.
the American audience over there.
Hell yeah.
Hope to see you, in Baltimore on this Saturday. It's a big one for us coming back there after 5 years, as I told you, half a decade, and first time on the East Coast. So hope as many as possible shows up at the gig, and I think it's a proper metal time too. I think it's at midnight or something, so it
Oh yeah.
should be a good atmosphere going on in the Rams Head in Baltimore.
I'm gonna have the fucking caffeine ready for my old ass.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to it, man.
Same here.
And the same catching up with you. It's not that it hasn't been a long while, but
No, 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 no,
it's always good.
no. Always good, and looking forward to seeing all the fellas in the band and your fiance, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good time.
Good times coming.
I might need a place to crash.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hotel room floor.
I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
All good, my friend.
All right, my brother. Look, man. Uh, like I said, always great catching up with you. Good to see you. I'm gonna get ready for my work day, and man, super excited. That's all I can say. Super excited about this weekend, and just seeing what's gonna go down.
See you this Saturday, man.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Thomas Eriksen, everyone.
Later.
Later.
That's good.